As always, Idaho News 6 is proud to partner with Albertsons, Blue Cross of Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Marines to make the holidays a little brighter for local kiddos in need. The Toys for Tots campaign is coordinated by the Marine Corps Reserve, and you can help by dropping new unwrapped toys in the donation bins at our local Albertsons stores. We also have a link on our website if you'd rather donate online. All gifts stay right here in the Treasure and Magic Valleys. Time now for a check of the forecast. Frankie Catafai is joining us with a look at the weather. Frankie, some snow today.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's hard to believe. I mean, I think I personally forgot what that stuff out of the sky was for a little bit, and it's been a little difficult to drive through that snow. We're starting to actually see those accumulations picking up pretty steadily, and that's because we've had that snow falling for a good couple hours now. Here's a look at what's been happening over the last few hours. You can see that the Treasure Valley and the Magic Valley getting a majority of that snow. Parts of our mountains also getting it as well. Here's that live look at our tower cams. We're seeing that Boise just has that dusting over in downtown on top of the buildings. And then as always, McCall has already had some snow, but we're starting to see more snow starting to pile up. Those hazy skies definitely starting to take shape as well. Current temperature is just across the board, 31 degrees in Boise, 30 in Mountain Home, 31 in Ontario. Up in Stanley, it's 14 degrees. It's 22 in McCall, 23 over in Haley, 27 in Twin Falls. Looking at our Sunday planner, you'll see that we do have a little bit of clearing coming just after the 6 o'clock hour. It looks like we might be done for the evening. Maybe we'll get a couple scattered snow showers later tonight, maybe after that 9 o'clock hour, but it looks like we'll be pretty calm for now. Here's a look at what's to expect over the next couple of days. I'll have details about how this will affect your week coming up, so it's important you stay with us.
Definitely, and definitely stick around because we're going to have a little bit of a break for Monday. Thanks, Frankie. The Boise State Broncos finished the regular season undefeated in the Mountain West Conference after defeating Wyoming in Laramie Saturday 17-9. Next weekend, Boise State will play in the Mountain West Championship against San Jose State in Las Vegas. It'll be the first time in 4 years that Boise State will not host the championship. But because San Jose State went 6-0 in the conference and the Broncos were 5-0, the Mountain West announced San Jose State will host the game.
We're just going to control what we can control. You know, this year is pretty crazy with everything going on. You never know who could be out, and guys got to step up in certain positions, and it's just tough overall. And this team, we just kept fighting, and I love these guys. And went out there and got the dub tonight, and then we got a big week next week.
San Jose State will host the Mountain West Championship in Las Vegas because of COVID-19 restrictions in California. Kickoff, by the way, is set for 2:15 on Fox. Idaho native Hayden Voorhees earned the honor of Male Paddler of the Year for kayakers under 21 years old by Kayak Session magazine. Voorhees had a wild year that included a 115-foot waterfall called Salto de la Puma in Chile. Once the pandemic began, that kept the Voorhees family close to home, but thankfully Idaho has a ton of whitewater to offer. Hayden also paddled over Lower Mesa Falls in eastern Idaho, and he went over the right side of it.
I've actually never done the left side of the waterfall. I hiked down one time when I was like 14 or 15, and I got too scared. I think I was 14 because I got too scared to run the left side of the waterfall, which is like 25, 30 feet maybe. I just hiked down, hiked right back out.
And kayaking, by the way, is a family endeavor for the Voorhees. All three of the Voorhees boys were taught how to kayak by their parents around the age of 6. And as you just heard, it took years for Hayden to develop the skills and overcome his fear to run huge waterfalls. Still ahead on Idaho News 6, looking for a unique skiing experience? We'll show you night skiing at Bogus Basin. And coming up next, the Nampa School District is working to make sure every child gets a hot meal this season.
This is Idaho News 6.
A local school district is working to fill bellies over the holiday season, and they're doing it in a COVID-safe way. Plus, as Idaho News 6's photographer Norman Kaler shows us, they're serving everyone who needs it.
So we are operating our Seamless Summer Meal Program, which basically is a federal program that allows us to provide a hot lunch free for every child ages 1 to 18. We have a bus route that goes around to several stops, and you can just show up at that bus stop and they'll hand you some meals. We know that there's kids out there who are not getting meals, so we worry about them. But it's also important for us because we've got a lot of nutrition service workers who need kids to serve meals to. So coming out and picking up a meal can not only feed your kid, but it can help save a job.
Well, we all face stressors at some point in our lives, right? Whether it's trying to find a job, looking for a new place to live, or just keeping food on the table. But imagine what it's like to do all of that immediately after being released from prison. It's not easy, and that's why a dedicated team of Idahoans with the Day One program is picking up returning citizens upon release and driving them around town to take care of their immediate needs so they can focus on employment and stability right from the start.
They are our returning citizens that are coming back into the community. And I think that it's really important to welcome them back, show them that love and support, and then give them the very basic, it's just the basic human needs. It's the basic resources.
In this week's Finding Hope, our Karen Lair will explain how the program got its start and why something as simple as a pair of socks can make all the difference in the world. That's Monday at 10 on Idaho News 6. Still ahead on Idaho News 6, winter weather can be hazardous to drive in. Coming up, we'll show you how you can keep yourself safe.
And speaking of those winter driving conditions, I'll be telling you what you can expect and when we can see the snow start to maybe slow down coming up in my full forecast. Well, good evening and happy Sunday, Idaho. Taking a live look right now at our tower cam network showing us Boise, Twin Falls, McCall, and Sun Valley. And even though it is getting dark out, it's very clear to see that the visibility over in Twin Falls is not looking ideal. You can see through a little bit of that haze. There is just little bits of snowfall. And we're also seeing, if you look very closely at our tower cam over in Boise, you can see just a light coating of snow on top of those buildings as well. The current temperature is 31 degrees in Boise, 27 for Twin Falls, McCall, and Sun Valley in the 20-degree range with 22 in McCall, 23 in Sun Valley. We're seeing again snow conditions. Now, the winter weather advisory that we've had in place today started at 2 p.m. and it's effective until 5 a.m. tomorrow. And that's because we're seeing anywhere about maybe right now 2 inches across most parts of the Treasure Valley, but we could be seeing anywhere between 1 and 3 inches depending on where you're at. And then in higher elevations like our mountain areas, we're expecting about 2 to 4 inches. So a reminder for those of you who are maybe traveling back or need to travel back from the week ahead or from your weekend, just be careful with those roadways and be careful going to work tomorrow because the temperatures are significantly cooler and they are going to support keeping that snow sticking. Now, here's a look at a system that is going to be making its way towards us. We're already seeing that one of the systems is rolling through into the forecast area. Here's a look at a low pressure system that's bringing us that unsettled weather. Here's a mix of where the low pressure and the high pressure systems mix together. So essentially it's the calm weather mixing with the crazy weather to kind of meet somewhere in the middle. We have a brief calming right here. That's what this high pressure is right here. That's what's going to be kicking in for our Monday. So once we get through this low pressure front here, that's going to push through the snow through the forecast area. This is going to bring us our break for Monday. And then just behind that, we have 2 systems that are starting to make their way towards us. And that's what's going to be bringing us more activity later this week. And here's how it's going to play out. So this is a look at the future clouds and precipitation, a look at 2 a.m. on Monday. You'll see that we have lots of cloud coverage through most of the forecast area. We're going to again be seeing those clear conditions because of that high pressure front. And it's not until Tuesday, because of that system just behind it that I pointed out, that we're going to be seeing more snow coming to a majority of the forecast area. A little bit of a rain snow mix for Boise too is what's predicted for us, but snow largely everywhere else. Here's a look at the totals that we could be accumulating up until Wednesday at about 12 a.m. 10 inches for Brundage, about 4 for Tamarack, 2 for Cascade. Really nothing significant anywhere else, but the 10 inches in Brundage, that has got to make a lot of snowbirds very happy. Now, looking at our Treasure Valley high temperatures for tomorrow, here's a look at how you're going to be starting your Monday. 36 degrees in Ontario, 33 for Caldwell. That's going to be 34 in Boise, 34 in Kuna, 33 in Mountain Home. Moving on into our west central mountains, high temperature for Garden Valley will be 35. It'll be 34 in Idaho City, 28 in Pine and Featherville, 41 in Riggins, 35 in Council, 28 in McCall, 28 in Donley, 30 over in Cascade. It'll be 26 in Stanley, 29 in Fairfield, 33 in Sun Valley. And then taking a look over at our Magic Valley, high temperatures for tomorrow will be 31 degrees in Gooding and Twin Falls, Burley, and then 29 over in Shoshone. Now, Day Planner shows you that we're going to be having a little bit of sun coming our way for your Monday, and then a quick check of that extended forecast. Natasha shows you that for Monday we have that break, we have that wet, unsettled weather, snow in the forecast for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, another break for Friday, and then it comes back in full force next weekend.
Yeah, and Frankie, you just mentioned, but the roads are going to be crazy, especially with the snow, with these cold temperatures. We've gotten some reports on digital, social media about some of these crashes, so please be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Make sure you have those windshield wipers, the little frost scratchers, all those things, and give yourself enough time to leave early. Really, time is of the essence when you have to get out there and travel with snow on the road.
Definitely. Thank you, Frankie.